Now this is called the Budapest Gambit. Okay, e3. Unfortunately, our opponent declines it. But the funny thing is, if your opponent declines the Budapest, then black is already like playing for an advantage. In this position, black is already playing for an advantage. And you can do this in several ways. You can play e takes d4 and d5, or you can get your knight out to c6 first. And this essentially is already... I would already take black here. We have a lead in development. We have a good center.
Things to see what we have. e5. So this is called the advanced French. He's taking up some central space, and generally what black strikes back with is c5. He defends. Knight c6. Now we're going to have a big battle onto this d4 square. that trick, but something like bishop e2 is also very solid. So the real question is, how does how does black play this position, right? Well, you do have to know a little bit of theory here, just a little bit, because otherwise some of this stuff is going to look very strange to you. There is this idea in this position to play the knight to f5. You need to get this knight to that square, and you can do that through h6 or e7. And once that knight gets to f5, it's exerting very good pressure on the d4 pawn. So that might look...
And you play this. And this is basically the extent of my preparation against b4. And the idea, even though you traded a center pawn for a wing pawn, which is usually a good trade for whoever lost a wing pawn, it's still nice for black because you accelerate development, you castle, you're going to get initiative on the bishop, maybe some knight c6 move, you're going to gain space with these pawns. Very often this bishop can come back. I'd probably recommend d5, c5, and then knight c6 in conjunction with castling.